Thank you. Our next contestant is Graeme Valentine. Please welcome Graeme. Graeme's speech title is To Fly or Not to Fly. With To Fly or Not to Fly, Graeme Valentine.
It was my first ever flight. I was scared. There was the pilot strutting through New Zealand's top international airport at Napier, as if he owned the place. His name badge said it all. Captain I.B. Fearless. He was a big man. The ladies crowded around him like he was some sort of magnet. Great big show-off. Him in his uniform. Not that it bothered me. I had much more important things to think about. That friendship was too big to fly. And look at all the equipment they're trying to cram inside. There's far too much, I thought to myself. And I was right. They had to leave the tractor and trolleys behind. My faith in the co-pilot was down to zero. There he was, turning the propeller over by hand in an attempt to start the engine. His frustration was obvious, for he then began kicking the tyres. Silly man. Even I knew you can't kickstart an aeroplane. And then he gave himself the thumbs up. Right in front of Captain Fearless. Passengers for flight 123 to Wellington, now boarding gate 2. Flying on a gate didn't really interest me. So I borrowed a pilot's cap and casually jogged up the aircraft steps. Bumped into the co-pilot, didn't I? Might need your help later on, he whispered. I'm not surprised, I said, giving him a great big smile. The inside of the aeroplane was much smaller than I had imagined. How do you expect everyone to fit into here? I said to the hostess. You're in the toilet, sir. My seat was right behind the pilot's apartment. Welcome aboard flight 123 to Wellington, said the hostess. Safety instructions can be found behind the seat in front of you. Should your copy be missing, it's because survival from that part of the aircraft is virtually impossible. On behalf of Captain I.B. Fearless and co-pilot E.B. Strange, I wish you a safe and pleasant journey. I was scared. One engine burst into life. And the wing quivered with excitement. So did I, but not with excitement. The plane never moved. I pushed the buttons above my head, wondering if that might help. But all I got was the hairdryer. Finally, there was a yee-haw from the pilot's lounge, and the plane rumbled forward, accompanied by lots of yelling and screaming, most of it from me. We taxied way out onto the main runway, got back on board the plane, and swung round ready for takeoff. I could hear the pilots arguing. The co-pilot said, "We have another pilot on board if that's what you want." "Nah," said Fearless. I could fly this thing with both eyes closed. Yee-haw! The noise rose to a crescendo. It would have been louder, only I was told to shut up. The pronounced vibration could only mean one thing. We were going to flap our way into the sky. And we did. I closed my eyes. When I opened them, both wheels had fallen off. I was terrified. The intercom crackled into life, and so did I. Not many people end up in the overhead luggage compartment, still wearing their safety belt. Ladies, this is your fabulous captain speaking. We have now reached our maximum altitude, notice how the voice has changed, of 25,000 metres. As this is an economy flight, I will shortly be turning off the engines. The weather at the moment is crystal clear, with light sea breezes wafting over central New Zealand. In Wellington, it's bloody awful. I was scared. All the ladies rushed up to see Captain Fearless. Not that it bothered me. By now, I could visualise the headlines in tomorrow's newspapers. Trip terrifies tiny Toastmaster. Our plane suddenly plummeted. I looked upwards and could see people watching us from the inter-island ferry. We were now in dire straits. Just round the corner from Cook. I need more height, Captain Fearless shouted. All passengers, please unbuckle your safety belts. On the count of 3, jump upwards. 1, 2, 3. The sudden reduction in weight gave us the altitude we so desperately required. As we taxied back to the main terminal, the hostess made her final announcement. Would everyone please remove their baggage and clothing before leaving the aircraft? I'll never follow those instructions again. Strangely enough, Captain Fearless didn't seem to mind at all. Great big show-off. Not that it bothered me, Mr. Chairman.